If you look at all the billionaires or the most successful people in the world, whether it's Bill Gates, Elon Musk, or even Mukesh Ambani, over $612,000 so that you can retire early and you don't have to work anymore after that point. When I first started working in Canada, I started seeing my bank account go up significantly for the very first time, and I had no idea what to do with this extra money that I had saved up at the end of every single month after deducting all my expenses. And that's when I started to learn about investing and my journey to building wealth began. So what's up YouTube, it's Shivansh here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're also in the same boat as me where you want to learn how you can use your money in order to build generational wealth and gain financial freedom in life, then this video is going to be your ultimate guide on how to start investing as a beginner in Canada. We'll talk about why it is important to invest your money and how your investments can actually help you achieve your financial goals, and what are some of the most popular investment options for you, especially in Canada, so that you can start your investing journey right after watching this video. But before we begin, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because if you like and share this video with your friends and family, then YouTube will show this video to a lot more number of people, and that will help my channel in a big way. So please make sure to do that. And with that being said, let's start this video. So first of all, why is it actually important to invest your money? Now, different people have different motivations. Maybe your dream is to buy a fancy car that costs $100,000, and if you invest your money properly, then you can buy that car a lot sooner. Or maybe you want to become a millionaire or a multimillionaire. Even in that case, investing can actually help you achieve that goal, because it's not practically possible to become a multimillionaire just by saving money in a bank account. Or it's possible that you might want to invest for your retirement, or even better, you want to retire earlier, maybe let's say in the next 10 years or so. Even in that case, if you invest your money properly, you'll be able to reach your financial freedom number a lot sooner so that you can retire early and you don't have to work anymore after that point. But even if you don't have any such money related goals in life, even then it is extremely important to invest your money, because sadly your money is actually going to lose value in the future because of inflation. Now, we all know how expensive everything has become in Canada over the last 2 years, and even though the latest inflation numbers released by the government of Canada are around 3.6%, but the actual inflation, the real inflation that we experience in our everyday lives, is way more than that. For example, if you go to a grocery store such as Walmart or Freshco and you buy 10 items that cost you around $100, then 1 year from now, those exact same 10 items will cost you $105 or $110, and that is exactly what inflation is. So if you have $100 saved up in your bank account, then those $100 will be worth way less in the future because of inflation, and your money is basically going to lose its value unless you invest it properly. Now, just to give you some motivation on why you should invest your money, let's take a look at an example. If you just invest $100 every single week, then how big of an impact it can actually make in your life. Alright, so this is a future value calculator that I just found online, and we'll plug in some values in this calculator to see what kind of an impact your investments could make in the future. If you also want to explore and play around with this calculator, then you can search for a future value calculator on Google, and this one can show up, and then you can plug in the values and see for yourself. But for now, let's say that the number of periods that we want to invest for is 10. So we want to invest for the next 10 years. Let's say the starting amount is absolutely zero, and the interest rate that we're going to get here is around 15%. So just to give you some context, 15% is considered to be a good interest rate, especially for the long term. It's not something that's extraordinarily high or something that's not achievable. If you just make the right investment decisions, you don't even have to invest in individual stocks. If you just invest in some good ETFs or index funds, even then you can easily attain a 15% return on your investment. So let's say you invest $100 every single week for an entire year. So that's going to be around $5,200 for the full year, which is 52 times $100 every week. So now let's go ahead and calculate what the future value of this investment would be. So you see that the total value of your investment 10 years from now will be over $121,000. Out of this, only $52,000 would be the amount that you would have invested. The remaining $69,416 would come in from the interest that you would earn over the years on your investments. But now let's try to see how much this amount would be if you continue doing this for another 10 years. So for a total of 20 years, let's see what that amount would be. So if you calculate that, your total value after 20 years comes out to be over $612,000, which is exponentially greater than what it was at the 10-year mark. So if you look here, after 10 years, your investment value will be $121,000, but after 20 years, the investments will grow exponentially and it'll be over $612,000. And the reason why this happens is because of compounding. And since you'll be investing for a longer period of time, your investments will grow at a much faster rate, even though your per year interest rate is just 15% and you're investing the exact same amount of money. So you can see here that after 20 years, you would have invested about $104,000, but the amount of interest you would have earned would be over $500,000. So this here proves that if your dream is to become a millionaire in the future, then investing is definitely the way to go. Even if you invest a small amount of money every single week consistently for years, the amount of wealth that you'll be able to generate over the years would be way more than what you can actually imagine. So I would highly encourage you to play around with this calculator and try to see what kind of an impact your small investments can make over a period of time, and that will give you a huge encouragement on why you should start investing right from this day onwards. Alright, so now that you know about the importance of investing and how investing just small amount of money consistently over a period of time can have a significant impact on your financial health and your life goals, now let's take a look at what are some of the most popular investment options for you in Canada. Number 5 is actually my personal favorite, especially for beginners who are just starting to learn about investing. It's the easiest way to start investing with just a small amount, so make sure to watch this video till the very end. Your very first option is to invest your money in a high interest savings account. Now, even though you can open up your savings account with any bank in Canada, most banks offer a very minuscule interest rate on their savings account. However, right now there are some online banks in Canada that offer a really good, really high interest rate on their savings accounts, such as Neo Financial or Wealthsimple. So I have a high interest savings account with Neo Financial and also with Wealthsimple, and I'm able to get a 4.5% interest rate on the money that I put into these savings accounts. Now, even though this 4.5% interest rate is not going to make you super rich or a multi-millionaire by any feat, however, it will make sure that the money that you put into the savings account is not losing its value because of inflation, because the interest rates offered by these high interest savings accounts are higher than the inflation rates in Canada. And I only put money equal to 3 months of my monthly expenses in a high interest savings account so that I can access this money whenever I need it, just in case of an emergency or something, or if I lose my job or something, while getting a decent interest rate on top of it and making sure that my money is not losing its value. So if you're also interested in getting a high interest savings account, then check out the links in the description box below, and you can also get a $50 reward just for opening your savings account with Wealthsimple or Neo. So make sure to sign up using the links below and start your investing journey today. Alright, so your investment option number 2 is to actually buy a house in Canada. By far the most popular form of investing in Canada is to buy real estate, and there are so many different ways to invest in real estate in Canada. One, you can actually buy a house and over time its value can go up, and that's how you can actually make a lot of money from buying a property. Or if you already own a property, then you can make that as a rental property and rent it out, and you can earn some extra rental income from it because the people who will occupy that property will give you a monthly rent. And another way to invest is to buy an undervalued property, fix it up or renovate it, and then sell it for a higher price. Now, even though investing in real estate is a great option to generate massive returns in the long run, however, the main problem with this option is that you need a lot of upfront capital if you want to buy a property as an investment. For example, if you talk about the Greater Toronto area, a single detached house can easily cost upwards of $1 million, and that means that you'll have to put down about 20% of that total value, which is $200,000, just to be able to buy that property. And that's just one of the criteria that you need to fulfill. You also need to have a really high income on top of this in order to actually qualify for a mortgage for a $1 million house. And most people who have just recently started working or who are specifically living in the GTA region don't have that kind of a money, $200,000 just saved up in a bank account to be used to buy real estate. So because of this exact reason, if you're just starting out on your investment journey, buying real estate may not be the best investment option for you. But yes, once you have enough money saved up, then real estate can be a great option to generate massive returns over the long run. Option number 3 is to invest in your own business. Now, in my opinion, this is the greatest way to build generational wealth. And if you look at all the billionaires or the most successful people in the world, whether it's Bill Gates, Elon Musk, or even Mukesh Ambani, most of those wealthy people have acquired wealth through some kind of a business that they've run. Because technically, there's no upper limit on how much money you can make by investing your time and your money into building a real business. And if things work out for you, then even a $10,000 investment can give you 1,000x return or even more. And depending on your skill set and your experience, there are so many different types of businesses that you can start, whether it's building a tech startup or running a social media marketing agency or even owning your own restaurant franchisee. If you go down this route, then your options and your potential are truly unlimited. Option number 4, and this one is my personal favorite, and that is to invest in the stock market. Now, at first, the word stock market might sound too complicated, but trust me, it's not once you start learning learning about it. So you can think of the stock market as a marketplace where you can buy ownership into the biggest companies of the world, whether it's Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Google, Netflix, or any Canadian companies such as TD, RBC, Shopify, or thousands of other such companies across the world. And as these companies will earn more money in the future, they'll make more profits in the future, the price of your share will also go up, and then you can sell your shares for a huge profit. So for example, let's say you want to buy ownership into Apple, and hypothetically speaking, let's say one share of Apple costs about $100, and let's say you want to buy 10 shares. So your total value will be $1,000 because you'll buy 10 shares for $100 each. And let's say Apple does really well in the future, its profits are going up, people are buying more iPhones and iPads and whatnot. So because of that, their share price has now gone up to $150. Now at that point, you can sell your 10 shares for $150 each, and overall you'll earn a profit of $500 because you bought your shares at $100 per share and you're selling it at $150 per share. So this is exactly how the stock market works, and this is the easiest way that you can build wealth in the long run, but only if one, you can learn how to analyze public companies, understand these businesses, read their income statements, balance sheets, and just understand what this business is all about, and two, if you have the appetite to sustain through the ups and downs of the market, because your share price will not go from 100 to 150 in a straight line. It will actually be a lot of ups and downs, and if you can actually survive through those ups and downs, and if you can survive those red days as well as the green days, then you can definitely earn a huge return over a period of time. So if you do this and invest for the long run and not just do short-term trading or day trading, then I'm sure that you'll be able to generate a huge return if you just consistently invest in good companies and hold them for a good amount of time. But if you're an absolute beginner and you don't have the time or the knowledge to understand individual companies or individual stocks, then the best option for you is to invest in ETFs or index funds. If you do this, then you don't have to worry about picking individual stocks and reading about those companies or understanding those businesses. Instead, you can bet on the best companies on the stock market or companies that belong to a specific industry. For example, if you want to invest in the 100 best non-financial companies in the USA, then you can invest in an index fund called QQC, which tracks the NASDAQ 100. Or you can also invest in VFV, which tracks the top 500 companies in USA. Similarly, if you're interested in the EV industry or in the banking industry, then you can find index funds that track companies that belong to those specific industries, and that's how you can start investing in a much hands-off way, but you can still benefit from the returns that the stock market will give you. And once again, if you're interested in opening a high interest savings account, or if you want to start investing in the stock market or buy index funds, then I do that through Wealthsimple. So make sure to check out the link in the description box below and sign up to get a $50 reward. I hope now you are much more comfortable about why you should actually invest your money and what are the best ways to invest your money as a beginner in Canada. If you have any questions or any requests, then let me know in the comments below and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at Singla119 because I also post a lot of informative videos on Instagram as well. And once again, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next video.